No new budget until elections are held, and Anna Regina secondary student tops CSEC with 19 grade 1s. It's Thursday, August 15. We have lots to tell you today. Finance Minister, the Honorable Winston Jordan, assures that government agencies will continue to function even after the current budget comes to an end. He reiterated that until elections are held, there will be no budget prepared and presented.
The rule is that until a budget is passed, the spending agencies are restricted to 1/12 of the previous year's allocation.
It's like a month.
Right. So it's 1/12 on the current side, and on the capital side, they are restricted to no new projects, only rollover or ongoing projects.
The minister made this disclosure during an interview on Vibes 100.1 FM with radio broadcaster Malcolm Ferreira. The holding of elections at the moment depends on the conclusion of the current house-to-house registration or otherwise guidance given by the Guyana Elections Commission chairman. Minister Jordan pointed out that after elections are held, the elected government then has a specific period to prepare a budget.
No budget will be presented after elections, right? Right.
Do you agree with that?
And 3 months, you have 3 months within after the election to present the budget.
With a date for election to be determined and the administration's interim status, President Granger has acknowledged that the government will not pass a national budget. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
The new country director of UNAIDS for Guyana and Suriname, Dr. Michael Gabon, paid a courtesy call on His Excellency President David Granger earlier today. The doctor replaces the outgoing director, Dr. Martin Udit, who served a successful 4-year tenure. The new country director has committed to ensuring that the progress made in the area of HIV/AIDS prevention and control is intensified. President Granger has welcomed the director, who's eager to begin his work. Rihanna Tony of Anna Regina Secondary School secured the top position at this year's Caribbean Secondary Examination Certificate examinations. During the announcement of the results for the May-June CSEC and CAPE examinations, the Education Minister, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, disclosed that Guyana has achieved a record-breaking 73% overall pass rate.
Achieving its highest pass rate in history, Guyana is truly on its way to becoming an education nation.
An analysis of the 2019 results revealed that the overall pass rate at the general and technical proficiencies for grades 1 to 3 was 73. When compared to last year, where we had 69%. This, of course, is the best recorded performance we've done as a country.
The minister also reminded that Guyana has become a regional frontrunner in education.
In many instances, we are above the regional average in several subject areas, and so we would have recorded improved performance, which is evident in 21 subject areas.
CEO Dr. Marcel Hudson said that this year's improved performance is as a result of the Education Ministry working closely with teachers, parents, and students.
The results point to signs of hope and the fact that we are on a developmental path, developmental trajectory.
This year, 11,467 students sat the Caribbean Examination Council CSEC examinations in May-June with 67,500 subject entries, while 880 students sat the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE through 10 sixth form schools and 5 private centers. From NSERD in Kingston with senior videographer Kenny Ann Bacchus, Letitia Isaacs for InfoHub.
18 information technology specialists from several government agencies and ministries are now trained in the National Capacity Building Program on web accessibility. The initiative also makes provision for persons living with disabilities.
Web Services Coordinator at the Ministry of Public Telecommunications, Jaime Skeet, said the program will allow for development of websites with vital information which will be easily accessible by the general public. more importantly, persons with disability.
This program was created by the ITU for its member states, the telecommunications ministries, regulators, as well as academia, universities, right, to pass on the necessary knowledge and skills to develop and improve ICT accessibility policies and programs, as well as accessible websites to said members.
Public Telecommunications Minister Catherine Hughes highlighted the importance of the union-sponsored program.
This training is very important because with our collaboration with the University of Guyana, we hope that we're going to be able to train more web developers in Guyana in terms of what they need to embed when they're actually creating the website that enables it to be accessible by the visually or the hearing impaired person. This is extremely important. And the exciting thing is that I discovered just by speaking with the ITU reps that Guyana is making a name in that area. We're actually started a process that several developed countries have not yet started.
Two beneficiaries, Enzuri Masika from the Mayor and City Council and Ramalio Prasad of the Ministry of Public Telecommunications, spoke about their benefits, respectively.
The training was, very beneficial because before I knew about the accessibility to websites, right, I had the knowledge of it, right? So it was like, how important is this? But when the process from the ICU came and they showed us how important it is for the websites be accessible, because most websites is not accessible, I realized we leave out a great part of society, which is the persons with disabilities.
It was a very enlightening experience because as I said prior to this, I had no idea of how limited it was in relation to, or how restricted it was actually for persons that have disabilities that do not necessarily have any other option. So, and how reliant they are upon this kind of technology. So during the duration of the course, it was actually overwhelming to realize that a little input on our part, a little insertion of a little snippet of code, or how vastly that can change someone's life.
The course was a collaboration between the Public Telecommunications Ministry, the University of Guyana, and the ITU. All participants received certificates in the end. Kellon Rover for InfoHub.
Still to come, Youth Parliament debates heat up and the Ghana delegation leaves for Festa. Details of these after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Thanks for staying with us. As the youth parliamentary debates got underway, the government side of the House was successful in tabling motions. Nicosi Bruce wasn't there for all of the heated deliberations.
We're here at the conclusion of the first sitting of the 5th Annual National Youth Parliament, where the government, led by Honorable Charlie Adar, Prime Minister, has been declared the winner of the proceedings.
I'm proud of all of you, and I commend all of you for your great performance. I can see that the future of Guyana is bright, and I know that each of you, as you navigate your developmental journey, you will contribute to move in Guyana from strength to strength.
At just 15 years old, Charlie has indicated that he has a passion for debating, and this passion has been improved due to him being awarded the best debater at today's proceedings.
This is showing us that there is a serious need to get these other countries on board with us. But how can we ask them to fight in the war against plastic when we ourselves have not taken any measure against it?
My experience has been wonderful. I've met some very interesting people, some very good people on both the government and the opposition, and I've learned a lot. I intend to get into politics, and I intend to get into law, and mostly because I've always enjoyed public speaking growing up, so I believe that it's one of the best ways to use that skill to help people.
Despite their loss, the award of Best Speaker went to the Leader of the Opposition, Brianna Ramnarine. We caught up with her for a few words.
Having an opportunity to be a part of the Youth Parliament 2019 has been a blessing. Honestly, it has, and the experience is amazing.
From the Parliament of Guyana with videographer Leon Leung, I am Nkosi Bruce for InfoHub. The coalition government has committed to expanding technical and vocational teaching in Guyana. This will be done through 11 new vocational schools that are expected to soon come on stream.
That will also be part of the education system that will cater for those persons who are not able to make it into the secondary school system, but will be provided with vocational training to allow them to catch up with the rest of the world.
Director General within the Ministry of the Presidency, Joseph Harmon, who was at the time speaking at an award ceremony for Region 3's National Grade 6 assessment. Plans for accreditation of those vocational institutions are well underway.
The Ministry of Education has now, I believe, completed negotiations with the Caribbean so that the qualifications which people get from those vocational institutions will be recognized all across the region.
With respect to the existing technical and vocational institutes, the government is investing in their advancement.
We will upgrade our technical institutes. We will put in new equipment in them so that the persons who graduate from our technical institutes graduate with a high level of efficiency and competency that can go into the world of work and provide employment for themselves and their families.
For InfoHub, I am Kellon Rover.
Final tweaks to the Guyana night presentation for the Festa 14 has not only strengthened the already strong piece, but the inclusion of other elements will make it stand out from the rest. This is according to Creative Director Esther Hamer.
As with most things, when it's crunch time, it has been challenging. We had to put in a couple of people because of the season. You know, it's August time. A lot of people have performances and other activities. We had some people that had to do live playing of instruments, or the Indian harmonica and things like that. So we had to filter them into rehearsal because when y'all saw it, that was their first rehearsal. So we had to filter them in, and it went fairly well. It just that it was a different kind of rehearsal.
She noted that while this process is one without any difficulty, joint rehearsals was one they dealt with as most of the participants hailed from across the country.
The performers are not all central, as in they don't all live in Georgetown. We have performers from the Berbice Delights. So to get people to come down, that's where scheduling became a problem, because people in Berbice, people in Oriala, people over the river, people traveling all over the country.
Aside from this, Hamer said that it is a joy working all, especially first-timer Michelle Big Red King, who will be the first face to take center stage in the presentation.
Big Red has been blending in really well. She put in some lines because we have her as a fish vendor. So it's kind of like a little ad-lib, ad hoc when you go into the vending scene, because I tried not to clamp other people's creativity and their need to express.
The delegation left early today for Trinidad to prepare for the official opening of Festa later this evening. Felicia Valenzuela, Info Hub.
UGCOM tip for the day: get your documents ready to register. You must have one of these documents: a birth certificate, a valid passport, adoption certificate, or a naturalization certificate. For married women, a marriage certificate is required, and for individuals who had a name change but it is not stated on the birth certificate, a deed poll must be presented. Only original documents will be accepted. Remember to get registered. Before we close, here is a reminder to watch for updates on Festa 14 on our Facebook page. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.